morning. This is the Coaster Bro back Monday. Um, honestly, still reeling a little bit. I'm still emotionally jacked from all this weekend. Uh, the XFL is back. Slam dunk contest, AllStar Game, and the Miami Heat dominance. Where do you want to start?
Um, well, what's going on, folks? Also, this is like I said, it's a joy to us and Big Chief Daddy. Um, let's talk. Let's talk All Star NBA Saturday night. A little bit of the All Star game. We'll get a little bit into that before we get into the XFL because I have a feeling the XFL might get a little heavy topic. So
Save that for
we'll
last.
we'll save that for a little bit later. But we can start with the We'll start. I watched a little bit of the celebrity game, um, All Star game. That was pretty fun. Um, Michael Wilbon's team beat Stephen A's team because Stephen A was one coach, and Michael Wilbon was the other coach because he's from Chicago.
Michael Wilbon can still walk. Did he have to roll out there on?
Okay, so that's what I was saying. Michael Wilbon hurt me when he walked. He was so felt like he was hunched a little bit. But it was cool though because every quarter he switched jerseys. So he come out with obviously the Bulls 23 Michael Jordan jersey. So then the next quarter he was wearing a Gail Sayers Chicago Bears jersey. Then after halftime he's sporting a Chicago Blackhawks hockey jersey. Then he ended it with his Chicago Cubs baseball jersey. It was a fun game. Um, I'm not quite. I think Common won MVP. They didn't really see. I didn't really see it. As far as I don't think they showed it because I watched it on delay. I taped it a little bit.
That's what I think of Michael Wilbon.
Hey RP. Oh,
Hey, RP.
That's his sponsor. But I mean, he's from Chicago, so he knew he was going to be there, and it was an ESPN gig, and any basketball ESPN gig, you automatically got to put Stephen A. Smith somewhere in it, and he was yelling like crazy, yelling at all these players. But it was a fun game. You know what I missed though?
What?
I want MTV to bring back Rock and Jock. Rock and Jock basketball, Rock and Jock softball, and I think they did. They used to do all those crazy 5-point. Like they had a 4-point shot, I believe. I'm not sure. I think it was Richardson. He hit like 2 4-point shots. They're like
Well, you're gonna have to educate me because I didn't. You got to educate me because I didn't know nothing about the Rock and Jock. It sounds familiar.
So
but...
Rock and Jock was back in the '90s, and they used to have all these crazy like 7-point baskets, but it was like a high 30-foot basket somewhere in the corner, and it was just fun. It was celebrities and it was athletes, but it's also musicians just playing a game, and they had like just a tricks and trade. So it wasn't a basketball game. It was a basketball game but I'll use the WWE standards. Like it was so fun. But it was good. I mean,
this up. You said Rock and Jock.
Rock and Jock was on MTV.
MTV.
It was.
I'm pretty sure good. YouTube will update me.
Yeah. You could probably find something on YouTube. Just Google it or something like that. But it was cool. So then I watched a little bit of the Rising Stars game, and that was again very cool. It was more of a basketball game until the end, and then the end we saw like a dunk contest between like Zion Williams and a couple other. They started doing dunks, and I think what was it? I think it was RJ Barrett was like the dunk of the night. So I mean, that was like I can imagine those guys in a dunk contest maybe next year, and it would have been fun. It's gonna be fun.
No, I'm actually glad you're bringing most of this up because other than a couple of highlights, I saw nothing of the Rising Star. I had some business to tend to, trying to finish starting up my business and everything. So that's the reason why I kind of missed that. But at the same time, I did catch a little bit of the highlights of the All-Star game with Kawhi. 30, I think he had 37 and 4, 7 rebounds, 4 assists.
Yeah, Kawhi was on fire during the actual All-Star game.
Oh, and I just want to say real quick, my bad. Adam Silver, I want to give a big kudos. It is official. The award for the All-Star winner, the MVP All-Star, will be the Kobe Bryant All-Star Award. So.
Yeah, and they announced that the other day. It was actually official. I mean, they gave it out. I'm not quite. I didn't get. I only watched the first half of the All-Star game. Who won the MVP for that? You know,
Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard. Oh, right.
Yeah.
I guess
37 and 4.
I haven't.
And he was 11 of 18.
All right. I haven't finished it, so I only watched a little bit of the All-Star game. I haven't. Because one of those games that I kind of like, all right, cool, I'll watch it for a little bit, but I don't have to I felt like I didn't have to really sit there. I watched the beginning of it.
Okay, so this is what made it kind of funny. People were lobbying for LeBron to get MVP, and I'm like, so let me get this straight. Kawhi Leonard scored 30 points. He took 2 less shots than LeBron. And LeBron took two more or 2 less. I think he was 7 of 28 or 9 of 28 or something like that. No, he was 9 of 20. Kawhi was 11 of 18. And Kawhi ended up with 30 points on a more efficient night of 11 of 18. And he's 9 of 20 for 7 less points. And I think he had 1 or 2 more rebounds and 1 or 2 more assists than Kawhi. But, I mean, I don't know why people was lobbying for LeBron to get it because he did a Kobe dunk the other day. I mean.
I'm looking at the box scores right now. Kawhi, let's see. Kawhi had 30. LeBron had 23. So 7 points. So 11 for 18 and 18 for 14 for the 3-pointer versus Kawhi. And LeBron was 9 for 20 and 2 for 10 from the 3-point line. I mean,
okay. So yeah, I was on. Okay.
So yeah, I mean, if Team Giannis would have won, they would have given it to Giannis because Giannis had a good game too. But maybe just say this though. Team Giannis, you need to learn how to draft a little better.
Oh man, I'm so glad you just brought that up. Okay,
because
hold on, for a team that was drafted for camaraderie, not necessarily talent, that game should never have been that close.
Well, yeah, I mean it was 157 to 155 was the final with Team LeBron winning, but
right. But with all that talent LeBron had, that game should never have been that close.
Yeah, well, I mean, the good old saying, they don't play to the fourth. Even though, I mean, this one was different because they were doing it for charity, so
they played hard too.
You know, they started playing. I mean, you seen the second quarter, Giannis turned it up a little bit because he lost the first charity, so he wanted to win the second charity, and so on and so on. So you know, I'm looking right here. It says so. The Team LeBron won the first charity. The second charity went to Team Giannis, and the third charity. I'm looking at it right now. Went to Team Giannis, and I think the fourth charity went to Team LeBron. So I mean, they both basically most likely did half and half. Was it fixed? I doubt it. Did I think that they're gonna make it to where at least one of the, they both get half the money? So it's not. I mean, I know we heard that. I think Adam Silver said on on TNT earlier during the tip-off show that if the game had ended in a tie, like a quarter ended in a tie, the money would roll over to the next quarter, but the loser would have got compensated somehow. So,
yeah,
I honestly want to say like next year, if they do this charity thing and it works, because it seemed to work, it was a little more entertaining. Just do like winner gets 10,000, loser gets 5,000. That way, at least you're still giving money to the charities, and it's not. Maybe you don't have to do okay. You win 1/4, we'll win 1/4. But I mean,
Right.
I'm not sure, because it's very interesting. What if LeBron's team, like they should have, rolled the table and won all 4 quarters? Then what is
You know what? Well, you know what? We'll come back to that. I want to say next season.
Yeah.
Okay,
but,
so.
Well, yeah, but Giannis needs to draft better. I mean, I know he picked a lot of bigs and he picked a lot of foreign players, but
I'm look, seeing how the end of the score ended out, I am not mad. So I can't hate on it.
Well, it's an all-star game. There ain't no defense. I mean, they're not that much. I mean, they started off defense and they started loosening up a little bit. Then towards the end of the quarter, they started a little bit of defense. But I'm just saying, like, put it this way, dude. I would have loved to see LeBron versus Davis. Like, teammates shouldn't play each other.
What?
It's just the atmosphere. It'd be fun. Maybe we'll get a
little
close of what.
Okay.
Hold on. Before you, it would have been fun to see, like, maybe we get a glimpse of what they do in practice between the teammates. I mean, the Pro Bowl did this for a little bit when they did it with Team Dion and Team Irvin. They did fantasy and they had like teammates going against teammates, offensive teammate versus defensive teammate. Just saying, to me, it would be more entertaining. Be kind of fun. But what were you saying? What was your
what I was saying is I'm not opposed to that at all. I was just thinking the reason why we'd have to come back to it is because now that we have a small sample size, we need something to compare it to. So that's why I was saying, that's why I'm not mad if we just wait for next season. But I do think it was successful. They played harder. It seemed to work better. The crowd was more in it. But at the same time, when we speak about crowds, we heard there was a huge, huge disappointment with the slam dunk contest. So now, I asked you right before I pressed the record button. Now, as far as the word robbery is concerned, is it liquor store held up by gunman robbery, or this dude just got robbed? Robbery.
Nah, this is liquor store. Your mama just got her purse stolen robbery. Okay. Now,
it's funny. Okay, I was watching Skip this morning, Skip Bayless. He echoed what I was thinking when I watched the slam dunk contest. Aaron Gordon took longer, and his dunks were smoother. Okay, you left. Okay. You all right? You good?
Yeah, we good. The dogs are barking. I had to close the door.
Okay, no, all right. I just wanted to make sure I didn't lose you there. So, when I watched DJJ, okay, his dunks were aggressive, smooth, with power. Sorry.
Yeah. I had DJJ to win, okay? I picked him to win.
All his dunks had power. Like, okay, the in between the legs going backwards, and he did it not only clean, but he yammed the rock. Like, you felt it.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you look at it, during his dunks live didn't do any service until you saw the actual replay to see what it was, because he did it so hard and so fast. In the blink, it was done, and you needed to have replay to like, oh, he did that. Like his last dunk, it was 1 foot beyond. I guess No one was trying to do the whole airness, but he did the windmill, and he jumped 1 foot past the free throw line, and that was a great dunk.
Right, and then that dunk you're talking about, he made it look easy. He could have taken off from behind the free throw line because he had more arm to spare.
I wish he kind of would have.
I mean, I don't think it would have. I don't think it would have mattered. But I thought his from the foot below the free throw line was better than Zach LaVine's.
Yeah, but I mean, at least this guy did multiple different dunks. Then I guess the chairman said Zach LaVine did like 3 straight same dunks, and that's how he won. But when you jump over Taco, who's like 7'6", and he was 7'4", okay, so he cleared his head. So if he clears his head, that's okay.
Yeah, he cleared his head after Taco leaned over.
He scraped his fingers. Okay. That is, if he goes first, maybe he wins that. Maybe he wins. Because he went second, maybe he didn't. He didn't win. But there was also better dunks. I thought the creativity wise, Aaron Gordon might have had him a little bit. I don't like the fact that he took chance every time, so he basically jumped over chance all the time. But it was different styles of it, and in that one where he catches the ball one-handed off the side of the backboard.
That was my favorite dunk.
That was clean. That was a clean dunk.
That was my favorite dunk of his that night.
Right. So, however, I heard this on the NBA. Ernie Johnson, who just threw this out there to the guys, that if we got rid of the judges scoring and they did a game of pig or horse dunk contest, I don't. The guys who basically said no because you're different. You're different dunkers. You're either a 1 foot off dunker or a 2 foot like you jump with 1 foot or 2 feet. So it wouldn't work. I personally don't think it would have worked either. I'm not trying to see 4 of the same dunks.
And I don't think it would work either because as soon as you take the judges out, you're taking some of the stardom and away from the fandom. So
here my thing. Bring back the half points. Bring it back towards 9.5. 8.5.
Yeah, that makes sense.
9.5, so it's not always 10. Maybe you give him a 9 point. Maybe Aaron Gordon gets a 9.5 because he scrapes the top of of Taco's fingers, or it's a 9.5 because you missed the first attempt, but you make it on the second attempt. I mean,
right? No, I get you. Or take it to a whole nother level. Shoot, 8.6, 8.2. 4.1. I mean, if we're gonna do that, we might as well just add all of them.
Well, you can, and it'll give you that way. You're guaranteed a different winner. I mean,
exactly.
Take a speak, but okay. So that's the finals. Did you like Dwight's? Dwight's dunk was pretty good. I mean, it was a lot. I think it was more cleaner. It wasn't as. It was more of a dunk than when he did that a few years ago when it was like a throwdown.
Right, but we got to consider. For me, why that's closer to a 10 than anything else? His age, his athleticism, and I just want to add, for people saying that Dwight Howard is not a Hall of Famer, can we get a slap? Can we get a slap going? Because that's just not right.
No.
So he'd be the only 3-time Defensive Player of the Year not to go into the Hall of Fame. Oh, because that happens all the time apparently. So where he just doesn't go. Oh, but I already know what you're gonna say. Oh, he's soft. He's soft. No, he's not soft. He loves women too much, and he gets caught up in the girly parts. That's what's wrong with Dwight Howard. He loves women too much.
I'm not getting there. I'm not going there. The Dwight Howard's career is another day, another topic. We don't got that kind of time. But
Hall of Famer.
all of it. Well, all I know is that dunk was. I like his dunk.
Oh,
I like his dunk a little bit. I like this dunk this year than last year. Um, it was kind of funny because as soon as he put the Superman cape on, Kenny was gonna say Superman's in the building, and they showed Shaq, and Shaq like, "Don't you say it, Kenny. You're not allowed to say Superman's in the building."
oh wait, hold on. What did you say, X? Oh, you said Dwight Howard is a Hall of Fame. Oh, okay. Peanut got it. Peanut got it. Thank you.
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear anything like that. You know what? What do you say, Brooke?
Yeah, baby.
Say, Brooke. Yeah. What Raptors? What? Yep, Raptors. Dwight Howard should go to the Raptors. What? Yeah, man.
You know what? Dwight Howard and PLC and Siakam.
That'd have been fun.
That would still be fun. Okay, Pial Siakam. They get rid of Kyle Lowry. They save money. They re-sign VanVleet.
Throwing your
I'm
hands
dropping
up,
everything.
Yeah, you just drop. It ain't dropped the mic session, but so I mean, but also let's forget who was else in that dunk contest.
The white chocolate.
Oh, Pat
Covington.
Yeah, Covington.
Pat Covington.
He did for the Bucks. He did decent. Came out that white man can't jump diaper dunk.
That was cute.
It was fun. Creativity. It was cute. So let's get to the one you want to talk about. Skills competition.
Which one? We showed up in all of them. So I mean,
all right. Well, okay. So
undrafted.
Well, okay. Look,
we can go with Duncan. We can start with Duncan.
We did Duncan with Derrick Jones Jr. one.
Okay.
Well, let's go to the other one. We'll start from the beginning. The skills competition.
Bam, 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 bam. I've been telling everybody about Bam.
So I wanted Patrick Beverley. Obviously, Patrick Beverley was hoping to start off with Patrick Beverley winning. Then we ended with Kawhi Leonard winning the MVP. It would have been a Clip City, baby. Clip City night. Clip City. Chip City. Type of night. But he gets beat. And he just didn't get beat. He got beat in the first round. In fact, all the little guards got beat in the first round. Where are the bigs? Against the bigs?
Everybody ain't Bam. Hold on 1 second.
As he's leaving. But let me tell you guys about this real quick. All the bigs won. And they all won on shots. You know what I'm saying?
What you say?
I said they all won on shots. If you look, the bigs passed better than the guards in that game, in that skills competition. All the guards had trouble hitting that one chest pass.
Okay.
And then the guards were able to, then the big shot the three.
Okay, I actually have reasons for all this stuff.
Go ahead.
Okay. Pial Siakam. Pascal Siakam. I don't know why I keep messing up his first name. Okay. Underrated big. Like me and my boss, we argued about this last night. Because we keep getting into the Kyrie Irving argument, and that literally goes on for about an hour or two. Because Kyrie Irving is trash. Just saying it. So the bigs, look at Sabonis, okay? He's the son of a great. He's not, I don't know if Arvydas is necessarily a Hall of Famer, but he was definitely a great. He was overly skilled at the time that he played for the Portland Trailblazers. Okay, his son, same skill set, better shooter. Bam is the most underrated power forward in the league, period. He has Chris Webber talent, and nobody knows about him. People will hopefully learn real quick. Why do you think that the one player that Miami was not willing to trade was Bam? He's the new age Chris Webber, and nobody sees it. He can pass, he can dunk, he can shoot, and he can score when you give him a chance. He's a double-double machine. I think he has 3 triple-doubles this year. The dude can do it all. And the am I missing a big? Sabonis, Bam, and Pascal. Am I missing a big?
You're missing Tatum.
Oh, Jay, he's a guard slash forward though.
Okay, so I mean, because we had Dinwiddie, who's a guard.
Tim Whittle's nice.
Shai Alexander was a guard.
Shea is bomb.
Chris Middleton.
Dope. Guard slash forward.
Patrick Beverly. And then you talked about
defense player.
Hustler. Then you talked about Sabonis. You talked about Abayo. So I mean, I guess the other big would be Tatum.
I mean, but Tatum's he's more of a swing player than an actual big.
Well, he was labeled as a big that night.
Well, I don't know.
Because he lost to Sabonis in the second round.
Right, but Sabonis he's not as good as Bam, but he's ever been as talented as his father was. People got to stop sleeping on Sabonis like he's trash. I'm getting tired of hearing that one too.
I don't think that he's sleeping on like the trash. It's just that he's a different player than his father was. It's hard to say.
The other podcasts I listen to, the other people I'm hearing, I'm like, dude, you guys are disrespectful. I'm sorry, Stephen A., but that's disrespectful. I gotta find another word. I gotta find my own word. But
let's get into the 3-point shooting contest. We had Duncan Robinson, Davis Bertans, Joe Harris, Trae Young, Devin Booker, Buddy Hield, Devontae Graham, and Zach LaVine.
You know what? I was a fan of Buddy Hield when he came out. I don't know why he started so slow, but ever since these new rules came out the last few years about the way to shoot the three-pointer, about the way to play it from above the rim, his game went tick, 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 boom this year. That's all I gotta say.
Well, it's good. They had that little wrinkle in it this year. They had that Mountain Dew 30-footer that you had to hit, and that was worth like 3 points. That was nice because that actually gave like if you hit it, I think Buddy was the only one to hit it both of them in one round.
Bertrand's did too, I believe.
So yeah, so it was good. I mean, it came down to the final shot. Buddy Hield beat Booker in basically the last money ball, 1-by-1. That was one of the most exciting
3-point shooting contest
that I've seen in a while, and it was fun. It's going to be interesting to see where they go from here. I guess Tatum retired from the NBA 3-point con. He came back he came back also to
defend his title and lost it.
And lost it in the first. So
that's horrible.
So it's okay.
Yeah, at least he won one. But I mean, if I'm not mistaken, Dwayne Wade is the only one who won it back to back.
Right.
Just to add to his Hall of Fame, top 3 shooting guard ever in history of basketball. Period.
Well, you know,
there's Dwayne. There's Michael Jordan, and Keith Wade.
Bringing it back real quick to the scoring competition. Chadwick Boseman, I'll give you a pass because you're just there for celebrity. Common, you're there for celebrity. But your girl Candace and your boy Dwayne.
It wasn't their fault.
They robbed Aaron Gordon from the victory. But I heard from Shaq, he was saying that basically, like I said before, if you're giving these guys 50s, then they're going to make the fans decide. I guess they wanted a winner. But, I mean, they do co-MVPs for the All-Star Championship celebrations. They do co-Rookie of the Years. And it's a slam dunk competition. But either way, it was a great All-Star weekend. Still not one of my it's my second favorite All-Stars. I'm still biased to the MLB All-Star Game. I like the MLB All-Star Game better. I like the Home Run Derby. I know it's hitting the ball, but it's because it's a different park. I think because it's a different dimension of a park makes it a little bit better than seeing just a court.
You know what? We didn't talk about this before the show, but I'm actually glad that you did bring up Major League Baseball. Now, if we want to actually compare about all the All-Star events, I think the NFL is picking up steam because it's now before the Super Bowl and it's part of the NFL experience as far as the Super Bowl weekend. So I actually like that. The Pro Bowl kicks off the Super Bowl week. So I actually like that now. That's one.
Well, yeah, I mean,
two,
it's the weekend. It's the first. It's that empty
it's
week.
the first day of the week for Super Bowl week, right?
Right. Well, that's the game, but before the game, you can still see practices, get autographs, and they do the ESPN does that skills competition, which is pretty good.
I've always liked it. I'm waiting for them to have a 40-yard dash from the top 8 clocked players from that season. Like, for an example, if you got a guy who hit 27 miles an hour, if you got a guy who hit 28 miles an hour, all 8 of them should line up. Matter of fact, not 40 yards. It should be 55 yards because you got to have a clear winner, and it should be longer than 5-second race.
40 yards, man. It's a 40-yard dash.
No, but they all got to start and finish together, though. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's got to be 55 yards. Because in 40 yards, that's a 4-second. That's like, okay, it's a 4-second race.
But
if you add 15 yards,
That's fine because you want to see it's a 40-yard dash. Everybody wants to improve their 40 time. I mean,
okay,
run is a 40-yard dash.
Okay, but think about it this way. Okay, just for me to try and convince you on this note. You add the 15 yards because of the whole point of them having an 8-man mile-per-hour race is because you want to see them get up to that mile per hour that they were clocked at during the season.
Okay. So you want to say that by the time they hit the 40, they should be at full speed?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe.
Run through the tape, so to speak. Run through the tape.
All right. I can see that. But I mean,
so NFL, if you're listening, I want proceeds on that.
Yeah. But I'm gonna rank. I like baseball. The actual All-Star game, now that it doesn't matter, it's fun. You get, I almost wish it wasn't interleague play. I kind of want to wish it was more fantasy style, because we get so much interleague play already that it before it used to be okay. Yeah, the NL versus AL because we didn't get interleague play unless it was the World Series. Right. So this was the only. But now that you get so much interleague play throughout the year, I'd rather see it more of a fantasy style. Kershaw versus Bellinger type. You know what I'm saying?
No, straight up. Honestly, I still wish you lived in California so that way we could go to a Dodger and Oakland game.
Yeah, I know. But
because I mean, I'm a longtime Oakland fan, even though I'm still getting into baseball. I don't know baseball like that. I gotta stick to my colors. So
right. No, I
still follow Oakland. I like the Dodgers, and I love the coach. I've always loved the coach, the manager. So that.
But just hear me out. If you did it fantasy style, so maybe it was Kershaw versus Bellinger, or I'm not teammate versus teammate. Basically, what I'm trying to get at, whatever team you want, or stuff like that. Maybe it'll be more exciting. The home run derby is exciting because it's the dimensions of the ballpark makes it more exciting to me than watching a basketball court, because the court is the court. Just like in hockey, the All-Star game itself is whatever, but their skills is a little bit different because they're trying to hit these little plates off these goals, so they have different type of shots that they're trying to do, trick shots. That's probably like the third, if you count. I'll rank it as maybe the lowest of the skills competitions, right? But as far as the All-Star festivities, I do MLB 1, NBA 2, Pro Bowl 3, Hockey 4. But in the skills part of it,
hockey is hard though. I mean, What can you do on ice other than race?
Well, you do those snapshot. I mean, those hockey where you got to hit the corners and you got to do all this craziness. And I've seen the skills competition. But the skills competition is good. You can't do it. I can't do it.
No,
I'll give you a hockey stick right now, and we don't even have to be on ice. It'll be.
I can slap shot.
But I'm telling you,
something.
But you're gonna try to hit. You have to hit the little corner.
You'd be surprised. I got some skills.
With your eyes open.
I got some.
Can't hit it with the close. You can't just close it. Hit it.